Hey folks, so it is June 9th, 2022 at 9:14 p.m. I am going to turn in, this is going to be a very, very quick video because I have to get up early in the morning. But the January 6th hearings have been broadcast on national television starting 8 p.m. Eastern Time from Washington, D.C. So I did set up the chart, of course, to see if the chart could tell us anything about what to expect or the impact that these hearings might have. And two things. One, I'm going to do a proper chart breakdown analysis in another video when I have more time to sit down and look at this. It'll probably be, what is today? Wednesday? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It'll probably be Sunday when I can actually break out and do an analysis of the chart. The other thing is, and also understand that these things are new ways of looking at charts. I mean, they certainly didn't have these things back in medieval times. So there has to be some latitude for a learning curve here, right? Because, what house do you assign a congressional hearing to? The other thing I wanted to say is, keep in mind that the people who run our government are surrounded by some of the best and the brightest in our country. Very well educated, very smart, very talented people who rose up the ranks to be in positions to work in those offices did so by merit, most of them, unless you're on the Republican side, which point probably just who you're related to. In any event, even then, they still got smart people doing the work in other parts of the office. So all of this is to say is that if they've gone to all the time, trouble, and risk of airing this hearing, they must know, like have every confidence, that there's going to be a huge impact to benefit the outcome that they're seeking. I mean, why else would you do something like this, right? So, that's just kind of a given. So it looks like their trajectory and aim is true, and they will accomplish what they set out to accomplish by airing these congressional hearings. I think we all need to have access to these things anyway, up to and including Supreme Court, you know, dis- debates or whatever they're calling it, when they're going over cases in the Supreme Court. I think transparency is very important, especially in government. But this particular hearing, this process in this chart promises more than we're expecting, and maybe more than they're expecting. So I'm looking for some interesting things to pop out of this before this is over. Now, the other thing I want you guys to keep in mind is we do have the full moon coming up next week, which is going to be particularly nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Now, that particular full moon Now, that full moon will be occurring near the ascendant for this chart for the congressional hearings. At the same time, Mercury, Mercury will have changed into the sign of Gemini, picking up lots of steam and speed and certainly strength. Now, Gemini does rule the common man, right? Mercury entering Gemini will be still in the sixth house, but it will be involving Jupiter and Mars close down there in Aries. So I would say, not to alarm anyone, but certainly be, on the BOLO, be on the lookout. I would certainly look for the knuckle draggers to really be cooking something up and planning to execute either deliberately or spontaneously around this full moon. You can believe it. So, whatever sore spot these hearings are going to hit, and it's going to hit some sore spots because it's really, I'm telling you, man, there's stuff coming out of this hearing none of us are prepared for. And they may be slipping secrets they don't even realize they're doing. But whatever tender spots this thing is going to hit, it's going to have people howling when we get to the full moon next week. So, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be quite the ride. And we will do a more thorough analysis of the chart in a few days. I'm sorry I can't do it sooner. And yeah, stay tuned.